Hello and welcome. Oh, hi. Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
we're
Haven't seen
back.
you in a while.
Toodaloo, keep going.
Hello and welcome to Real Estate Right On. This is episode 11.
11, that's a lucky number.
And I'm here with my lovely friend Mutual Stelling from Rebus Loans, and I myself am
With Fox. Should I say that again?
Yeah.
Fox, the Fox Realty Group.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Good intro. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm gonna let Mitch take it away because he was really amped about today's subject.
Yeah.
And so I just want him to share his passion with all of you.
Oh, well, thank you. I feel like our focus is going in now,
I
but
told you, I said that. It's fine.
I think we're doing okay. That's okay. Our followers
Usually
now.
we can't see ourselves. And
No,
today we
the
have-
kind of car we got here has little malfunctions from time to time.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. So what I want to talk about today is this really fun prop that Shemeika has. So I want everyone to know, and I've been training all of my clients on this. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that looks good.
Do you like this?
Yep. So what this is called, you guys, is the 10-year treasury yield. And I want you all to think of this as a cheat sheet in knowing which way interest rates are going to be going. So what I've done with all of my clients that are pre-approved and looking is what I call them when they're, already spoke with me, we have a game plan, they're looking for their home. They know the trend of interest rates. So I actually had a client reach out to me yesterday. They saw there's a dip on it from a few days ago into yesterday, and it's kind of hard to see.
Sorry. If you
We
want
can
to copy
even
of
throw-
this.
yeah, call us. Or go on CNBC.com. And it was super cool because she reached out. She's like, Mitch, I saw a reduction in the 10-year. What does the rates look like? And she was 100% right. This is what I followed for trend.
That's great.
And I was able to be like, hey, this is our updated rate. So it's a really cool way, as you are currently shopping for your home, to kind of get a sense on where things are going. And then you can reach out to your lender, and they would probably be impressed by you if you know what the 10-year treasury yield is.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
When I first got into the business, I remember that there was something called shop while you're locked,
Mhm.
and a lender would essentially lock your rate for 30 days while you shop for a house. And I think at that time, this was a long time ago, I don't know if
No,
this
it's
was
serious.
20 years, but
Oh, really?
it
Joking. 14.
is going in.
Yeah, I know a little bit. It's not really.
Anyways, that they would also allow you to, if the interest rates dropped while you were either shopping during that 30-day window, or while you were in escrow, they would allow a one-time drop if rates dropped in that period. So do you have any product or services that can?
We do. We have a few investors that will do that. So it's really investor. What an investor, you guys, this is like a bank in the sense, the person that's lending the money for the home.
Mhm.
It really depends on who you're working with out there. So I work, this, but just for them with roughly about 40 different investors. I have my favorite 5, I'll say. And most of them we can negotiate with them and say, hey, rates have fallen this amount. We have a great standing with them, obviously, and a lot of times they will work with us.
Do you have a shop while you're locked though? Have you ever seen during your career that somebody can lock their interest rate prior to going into escrow?
Yes,
Okay.
there is a few of them that will do that.
Okay.
So that program is alive and well. It's not as common, I
Yeah,
would
I haven't
say,
seen it in a while, but I just remembered that.
as it used to be, because I have heard, again, I'm getting up there in age. I haven't been in it for 20 years, but
if you're motivated to get into contract on a property in 30 days and you're really aggressively hunting for a
For
home
sure.
and writing offers, that is a really good product or service to actually capitalize on. Because then as rates do this, your rate is solid, and if they drop, then Mitch would renegotiate that rate based on the reduction.
totally, it's a really neat thing.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Because rates are so up and down.
Right,
too. I mean,
right.
You can look at this.
It gives you a bit more certainty in a market that's so uncertain
Mhm.
while you're looking. So like if you were pre-approved based on today's rates and then they went up, then your approval number would be reduced a bit.
Exactly. And that's what's so important about locking. And it's hard. I wish we had the crystal ball. We have lots of indicators that help us get a sense of where things are going, but you never really know. So my advice to all clients is if we're in a escrow, for a purchase where we need to close, it's better to lock sooner than later.
Yeah.
Just to avoid any risk of increases, because again, it's been very roller coastery is my terminology for it.
And I'm still going with my prediction of the last month that I do not expect that we're going to see any significant rate reductions during 2024.
Yeah.
An unpopular opinion, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just had that conversation with a client today, and they're like, I am with you.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's kind of the reality that we're in, where it's May 10th today, and
It's an election year though, so you never really know.
yeah, you don't. I mean, things change quickly too. I mean, if you look at this graph again, going back into how quickly it rose. So where Shemeika is on the side over here, and this is kind of like backwards right now. We have these really major up and down influxes, which we weren't as used to in previous years.
Right.
Things, there was always ups and downs, but it's extremely up and down. So again, that's why it's so important to lock. Another announcement I want to make is there is a exciting CPI report coming out on Wednesday of next week. That is May 15th.
Ooh.
And it's
Consumer Price Index.
and
what are we looking at on a consumer price index?
So we're looking
And why
at,
do we care?
Yeah, so it pretty much in layman's terms measures inflation for
Okay.
goods, services, the whole 9 yards.
And if you don't remember, we want to be in that 2% rate
Yes,
in order for the feds to decide that it is safe to reduce mortgage rates.
100% correct. So I'm really hoping this time around that we do get some positivity, because the last time one came out on that graph, that's where things shot up
Because inflation was too high.
Exactly.
And the job market was also really strong. Again, it's like such a double-edged sword, right? Because if we went into a recession, then rates would drop really quickly, really drastically, but then we're in a recession. So our economy is strong, our inflation is high, our job market is high, and so rates stay high, which means that the sector of the economy that suffers is the real estate sector.
I know, and it's so counterintuitive. Like we said, it's like, all right.
Yeah, things are good, so rates are high.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So that's something I want everyone to be aware of. And if you are out there shopping right now or potentially getting into contracts soon, my advice, just because the last few inflation reports weren't that beautiful, which doesn't mean positive, and it would be smart to try to get things locked up before then. We could have great news though, you guys. We don't know, and things could swing in a positive direction, but this last 12-month history, it's just been so up and down. So it's better to be safe than sorry.
And my advice is to look into the opportunity to shop while you're locked, with the ability to drop should rates come down.
Exactly.
Call a mortgage professional so that they can guide you.
Totally.
Yeah.
That is a wonderful thought. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, I think it's a
They're
really
like-
good deal on this
I
market.
remember when I first learned about that, I was like, you can shop.
Yeah,
Oh, you're what?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a cool thing.
call us with questions.
You got it.
Yeah, and we-
I think we're good. Yeah. I think next week we have some other exciting stuff coming. She's going to fill us in on some cool local stuff. Well, I'm not going to, but you got to give them.
Oh, okay, a little teaser.
Exactly.
Yeah, stay tuned for next week.
Yep.
Thank you for tuning in.
Episode
Real
11.
Estate, Ride Along, episode 11. Mitch with Revest, Shemeika Fox Realty Group. We can't wait to hear from you.
Yes. Is that like short and sweet? That wasn't that great, huh?